Most online store owners spend the majority of their time and budget trying to get new customers. They run ads, post on social media, optimize for search engines, and pay influencers, all to drive traffic to their store. But here is the math that most people ignore: acquiring a new customer costs 5 to 7 times more than keeping an existing one. If you sell a product for $40 with a $10 contribution margin, and you spend $12 to acquire that customer through ads, you lost $2 on the first order. The only way that customer becomes profitable is if they come back and buy again without you paying another $12 to reach them. This video explains what customer retention actually means for online stores, why it matters more than most founders think, and the specific mechanics that drive repeat purchases. Customer retention is the percentage of customers who make a second purchase within a defined time period. If 100 customers buy from your store in January, and 15 of them buy again within 90 days, your 90-day retention rate is 15%. That number varies dramatically by product category. Consumable products like skincare, supplements, and coffee tend to have higher natural retention rates because the product runs out and needs to be replaced. Durable products like furniture, electronics, or luggage have lower natural retention because the customer does not need another one anytime soon. Understanding your natural retention rate matters because it sets realistic expectations. If you sell handmade ceramic mugs, expecting a 50% repeat purchase rate is unrealistic because people do not buy mugs every month. But you might sell adjacent products like plates, bowls, or gift sets to the same customer, which is a form of retention through catalog expansion rather than repeat purchase of the same item. The financial impact of retention is easier to see with a simple example. Suppose your store acquires 1,000 new customers per month at a cost of $15 each. That is $15,000 in acquisition spend. If your average order value is $50 and your contribution margin is 30% after product costs, shipping, and fees, each order generates $15 in contribution margin. On the first order, your acquisition cost equals your margin, so you break even. Every repeat order from those customers is pure margin because you have already paid to acquire them. If your retention rate is 20%, 200 of those 1,000 customers order again, generating $3,000 in additional contribution margin with no acquisition cost. That $3,000 drops almost entirely to your bottom line. The mechanics of retention for online stores break down into 3 categories: product experience, post-purchase communication, and repurchase triggers. Product experience is the foundation. If the product arrives damaged, looks different from the photos, or does not perform as described, the customer will not come back regardless of how many emails you send. The first requirement for retention is delivering a product that meets or exceeds expectations. This includes packaging quality, delivery speed, and the unboxing experience itself. Post-purchase communication is where most stores fail completely. The typical e-commerce store sends a shipping confirmation and then goes silent until the next promotional email blast. That silence is a missed opportunity. The post-purchase window, specifically the first 7 to 14 days after delivery, is when the customer's engagement with your brand is highest. They just received something new. They are using it, evaluating it, and forming an opinion. This is the ideal time to send a follow-up email asking if the product arrived in good condition, providing usage tips or care instructions, and inviting them to reach out if they have questions. These emails are not sales emails. They are relationship emails that build trust and make the customer feel supported. Repurchase triggers are the specific actions that prompt a customer to buy again. For consumable products, the most effective trigger is a replenishment reminder sent at the time the product is likely running low. If your coffee bags last approximately 3 weeks, send a reorder reminder on day 18. For non-consumable products, repurchase triggers include new product launches, seasonal collections, complementary product recommendations, and loyalty rewards. The key is relevance. A customer who bought running shoes does not want an email about dress shirts. They want to hear about running socks, insoles, or the updated version of the shoe they already own. Segmenting your email list by purchase history and sending targeted recommendations dramatically outperforms generic promotional blasts. Building a retention system does not require expensive software or a dedicated team. Start with the basics. First, measure your current retention rate. Pull a report from your e-commerce platform showing how many customers made more than one purchase in the last 6 months. If you cannot easily generate this report, most platforms including Shopify, WooCommerce, and BigCommerce have built-in customer reports or affordable apps that track repeat purchase rates. Knowing your starting number is essential because you cannot improve what you do not measure. Second, set up a post-purchase email sequence. At minimum, include 3 emails, a delivery follow-up 2 days after estimated delivery asking if everything arrived well, a product tips email 5 to 7 days later with usage advice or care instructions, and a review request 7 to 10 days after that. These 3 emails cost nothing beyond the time to write them and can be automated in any email platform. They build trust, reduce support tickets, and increase the likelihood of a repeat purchase. Third, create a repurchase trigger based on your product type. If you sell consumables, set up an automated replenishment email timed to your product's average consumption cycle. If you sell durables, build a complimentary product recommendation email that goes out 30 days after purchase, featuring items that pair naturally with what the customer already bought. Test the timing and the product recommendations. Track which emails generate the most repeat orders and refine over time. Fourth, track the financial impact of retention monthly. Compare your revenue from first-time buyers versus returning customers. Calculate the contribution margin from each group. Over time, you should see your returning customer revenue growing as a percentage of total revenue. Healthy e-commerce businesses typically generate 30 to 50% of their revenue from returning customers. If your number is below 15%, retention deserves more attention than acquisition in your current strategy because improving it is almost certainly cheaper and more profitable than finding new customers. Ecom Margin School teaches the business side of online stores, product margins, pricing, fulfillment, conversion, email retention, product pages, and customer experience. The channel focuses on practical e-commerce fundamentals, unit economics, and store improvement, not get-rich-quick promises. This video is general e-commerce education, not a guarantee of sales, profit, conversion lift, ROI, or business results. Outcomes vary by product, margin, traffic quality, pricing, fulfillment, customer service, and execution.